Welcome back to the NEET Biology Domination Podcast. I'm your host, and today, day 24, we're doing something different. No new chapter, no new content. Today, we talk strategy. We go through the 5 chapters of the past week: excretion, locomotion, neural control, chemical coordination, and flowering plant reproduction. And I'm going to tell you exactly where NEET hides its marks. Not what the textbook says, what the exam actually tests. Grab a notebook, or just listen on your commute, your walk, your dinner break. Let's get into it. Let's start with excretory products and their elimination, Chapter 19. The nephron is where most students feel safe. They've memorized the diagram, they know KCT, loop of Henle, DCT, collecting duct. But here's what NEET actually asks. The ascending limb of the loop of Henle, impermeable to water, actively transports NaCl. This creates the concentration gradient in the medulla. That gradient is what allows the collecting duct to reabsorb water when ADH is present. Connect those dots and you get 3 marks instead of 1. The RAAS system is also a NEET favorite. Juxtaglomerular cells detect low blood pressure. They release renin. Renin converts angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1, which becomes angiotensin 2, which triggers aldosterone release from the adrenal cortex. Aldosterone increases sodium reabsorption. Blood pressure goes up. That full chain, memorize it like a story. And the numbers. GFR is 125 milliliters per minute, 180 liters filtered per day, only about 1.5 liters leaves as urine. Excretion patterns, a monotelic for fish and amphibians, ureotelic for mammals, uricotelic for reptiles and birds. 1 question on exam day, you'll thank me. Locomotion and movement, Chapter 20. Students underestimate this one. The Sarcomere band question is evergreen. Let me give you the hierarchy. A band, constant. The thick myosin filaments don't change size. This band stays the same. I band decreases. The actin slides inward, reducing the I band width. H zone decreases or disappears. Actin covers the central region where only myosin was. Overall, the sarcomere shortens. Here's the thing NEET loves to test. Students mix up which band contains which filament. A band, both thick and thin filaments. It's not just myosin. I band, only thin filaments. H zone, only thick filaments. And cardiac muscle, the one that is involuntary and striated, unique. Know this. For joints, ball and socket allows the most movement, hip and shoulder. Hinge joints, elbow and knee. Pivot joint, between atlas and axis. Neural control and coordination, Chapter 21. This is a chapter where NEET tests both conceptual understanding and direct recall. Let's talk brain regions first, because this is where students drop easy marks. Cerebrum, voluntary actions, memory, intelligence, speech. Cerebellum, balance, posture, coordination of movement. Medulla oblongata, involuntary vital functions, heartbeat, breathing, swallowing, vasomotor control. Hypothalamus, thermoregulation, hunger, thirst, circadian rhythm, sleep. Now reflex arcs, involuntary, fast, spinal cord mediated. Knee jerk is monosynaptic, 1 synapse between the sensory and motor neuron. The signal never reaches the brain, the spinal cord handles it. Withdrawal reflex, polysynaptic, involves interneurons. Neurotransmitter at the neuromuscular junction, acetylcholine. Always, no other option is correct. NEET 2023 had a direct question on the location of the vasomotor center. The answer, medulla oblongata. If you didn't know that, you know now. 2 chapters in 1 segment: chemical coordination and integration, and sexual reproduction and flowering plant, because they share something important. NEET loves to pair them in the same paper year. Hormones first. I want you to think in pairs. FSH and LH, both from the anterior pituitary. FSH stimulates follicle development, LH surge triggers ovulation. Simple pair, high value. ADH and oxytocin, both from the posterior pituitary. ADH handles water reabsorption in the kidney, oxytocin handles uterine contraction during birth. Aldosterone and cortisol, both from the adrenal cortex. Aldosterone regulates sodium and blood pressure. Cortisol is the long-term stress hormone with anti-inflammatory properties. Adrenaline, adrenaline medulla, Fast, emergency, fight or flight. Now, embryo sac. 7 cells, 8 nuclei. 1 egg cell, 2 synergids flanking the egg, 3 antipodal cells at the opposite end, and 1 secondary nucleus, formed by fusion of 2 polar nuclei, so it contributes 2 nuclei. Add them, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 equals 8 nuclei, 7 cells. Double fertilization, exclusive to angiosperms. Sperm 1 plus egg equals zygote, diploid, embryo. Sperm 2 plus polar nuclei equals primary endosperm nucleus, triploid, endosperm. This topic appears in NEET almost every single year. There is no excuse to get it wrong. That's a wrap on day 24 of the NEET Biology Domination podcast. Let me leave you with this. Don't memorize these chapters in isolation. Connect them. The kidney uses aldosterone, which is triggered by RAAS, which involves the JGA, which you studied in excretion. Ovulation is triggered by LH, which comes from the anterior pituitary, which is controlled by GnRH from the hypothalamus, which you studied in neural control. Everything in biology is connected, and when you see those connections, you stop forgetting and start understanding. 6 days to NEET 2026. Make every session count. Subscribe to the podcast, share this episode with your study partner, and I'll see you tomorrow, day 25, human reproduction. You've got this.